Can someone text in the chat if you're hearing me? Just want to make sure that you can hear me. Can someone text in the chat if you're hearing me? Want to make sure that you guys can hear me before I continue. Can someone text in the chat? Okay. Okay. Sasha Gay Richards, you're hearing me. Alright, so we're gonna give the other persons like maybe 2 more minutes. I was having some difficulty getting started. But I will maybe start in the next 2 minutes to give some other persons to come in, or in the next minute. Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you think about that, if I should get started now, because I am the one that is late. So let me know in the chat if we should go ahead. If 2 persons can text, yes, we can go ahead. I will definitely start. All right. So I think I'm just gonna go over it. I'm gonna do it, then go over it again, just in case someone else joined the thing late. All right. So first we will have to go to nht.gov.jm. So nht.gov.jm. That is the website for the NHT. And once you type the nht.gov.jm, it will take you to this website, and it's actually NHT new website. All right. As you can see at the top right there, it is saying that the Catherine's Estates, the application period such and such. You can click the apply button right there, or you can scroll down and you click on the actual image right there if you're not seeing that. And it's basically the same on mobile, right? So you click on that link right there, and it's going to show you an image of the duplex studio unit. Yeah, that's the name that the NHT give to it, right? So this is how the inside of it looks. So you enter through here. That's the big space for you can put your bed. Your kitchen is at the back, and your bathroom is at the left hand side. Okay, so we're not going to look at that though. We're going to click on it, and we're going to scroll, and we're going to click on apply. And you can click on apply for Catherine's Estates batch 6. You click on that, right? Now this is step 1, and this is the application, right? So select scheme. So you click on the scheme that you are signing up for, which is Catherine's Estates. It's the only one there. So you click on the Catherine's Estates, right? Over on this section, they give you a brief description about Catherine's Estates. All right. So the application type, right? So if you are applying alone, you click applying on my own. If you're applying with a joint person, you click on that. And if you're clicking from help from your parents, or if you're applying with help from your parents, you click on via parent assist. So for this example, I'm going to click on applying on my own, right? Next, we're going to get to the CRTD loan. So are you requesting CRTD loan? And this is what the CRTD loan is: the contribution refund to deposit. So if you click on yes, it will allow you to access contribution not yet due to be refunded as an additional loan. And what that basically means is the contribution that you have been making over the years, if you have not collected those as yet, they can put that to the loan to help you to purchase one of these units. And that's a big plus, right? I forgot the year. I think it's 2018 there at now. You can text in the chat if I'm wrong. So contributions that are not yet due for refund, you can use those, right? So I'm gonna click yes there, and for example, if you know how much money you have been paying over the years or how much money you have not collected as yet, you put the amount. If you need help on how to see how much money you have contributed over the years, if you need help with to see if your previous employer or your current employer is paying your contributions, there's a video on the channel that shows you how to sign up for the NHT online, or you can go inside the NHT office, any branch, and they will help you sign up for that. So I'm gonna guess a figure. So I'm gonna say I have 100,000. So I have 100,000 contribution that I have not yet collected, right? And you put that figure there, and as it say, do not enter $ or comma. So you just put the digits, right? Do you have any savings available to contribute to your purchase? No, this is when you have some money saved up elsewhere. Sorry, some saving in some credit union, some bank account have some savings in it, or you have some money underneath your mattress. If you select yes, you will put the amount you think you have available, or the amount you have available that can help with the purchase of this unit. So in total, I have 600,000. So 500,000 saved, and I have 100,000 of NHT contribution that I have not yet collected, or refund. Then you select the next, and this is basically the application, right? So you're going to input your TRN. So for the persons who are using a laptop or desktop, you can go ahead with entering your TRN. Now I'm gonna enter a TRN just for an example. So enter the TRN 261 929, and you're gonna enter your NIS as well. This is just a dummy NIS and TRN, just to help you guys with the sign up process, because I want to be as clear as possible. And that's 75. Your title, you select your title, your first name. I've already selected a first name. Middle name if applicable. If you don't have a middle name, you just leave it blank. Your last name, input your last name. Select your gender, your date of birth. Just gonna put in a random date of birth here as well. Let me see, 1975. That's a good year. Select your place of birth. Select, have you had a name change by marriage or deed? No. Or yes, if. So you select what is linked with you. So this is just me doing this for example, alright? So no. Are you married? I never married. Alright, so you select that, and then for your mobile number, you're gonna select, or you're gonna input your mobile number here. So let me make sure I put in a dummy mobile number as well, because you need all of these information before you continue. You can't leave these fields blanks. Alright. I also there's a dummy home number as well. I think you can leave the home section blank if you only have one number. 6800988. Right? You enter your home address. Let me come up with an home address. 123, let's say Spain Town. Okay. The parish of Kingston. So your address where you receive letters, is it the same as your current address? Yes. If not, you input the other address that you receive mails. So I'm gonna put the same as address, and I will put an email address there that I have created. Again, dummy. So it's a dummy email. So right, please don't send anything to this email address. All right, so you put in your next of kin. My next of kin is John White Brown. All right, and your next of kin contact details. So you select if it's home, work, or whatsoever. I'm gonna select home. All right, I'm gonna put in a dummy phone number for John Brown. Let me go ahead with the phone number. 14. And I'm going to create an address for John Brown as well. Alright, and Kingston. And this is the contact person. So just in case, they can reach out to this person as well if they can't get through to you. So my contact person is Betty Tin, and their last name is Milk. So that's my contact person, Betty Tin Milk. All right, you put in your contact person phone number. Let me put in Betty Milk phone number 297. And all these phone numbers are made up numbers, so please don't call any of these numbers. You may get someone else. 876. And the other number is 77902. Say 5. Let's go with that. And you can add an additional person if you have more person. You can, because you want as much person just in case that you miss that call, that wonderful, beautiful call. You don't want to miss that call, so you add as much person so they don't get you. They will call the other person that you put up. So for me, I'm only using one person. All right, so this is the other section. This is the housing status, right? Have you ever received a home loan from the NHT? Now here is something that I want you guys to understand. If you select yes, you will automatically get this red writing. This benefit is open to persons who have never received an NHT benefit. So if you have received a home loan from the NHT before, you will not be able to complete this application form. Yes, you will not be able to sign up for any of the units at Catherine's Estates, right? So you have to be a new homeowner, right? The next question is, are you the registered owner of any house? If you select yes, is your name on the title of property? If you select no, you're good. But if your name is on any title, you will get this red writing again. And once you get that red writing, you can't continue. So as I said before, you have to be, and you don't want to lie on this application because NHT will know. And you don't want to create a bad rep, right, at the NHT. So you want to be as truthful as possible. There's no reason to lie. All right. So after you select no, you have never owned, right, and you have never registered for a house. All right. So next you have you ever joined with or co-apply with anyone who has obtained an NHT mortgage? If yes, you won't be able to sign up again. So take all of that into consideration. All right. So it's a no. So this is mainly for new homeowners. You're new to this thing to get a house. This is the application for you. You don't want to get a house through the NHT already and want to sign up for this. You won't be able to get it. All right. So the next one is the house you live in. Do you live rent free? You pay rent? Is it a lease? You own it, or you own by a spouse? So you select what is applicable to you. And as you can see, I select own. This application is not open to homeowners or spouse of a homeowners, right? You have to be either living rent free or you're paying rent. Once your name is on a title of a house, you can't sign up for one of these units. I don't think it would be fair for someone that, for example, I own 2 properties and I can then sign up for one of these units, and then there are persons out there who are just living paying rent and want to sign up for one of these units. So NHT make it that straightforward that persons who have not or who are not the owner of a house can come and sign up for one of these units, and I agree with that. All right. The next thing is, how much do you pay for rent / mortgage? Right? You pay not mortgage, sorry. Right? So I pay $50,000, right, for rent. All right? And the next question is, how many bedrooms do you and your household now occupy? And I will select 2, right? And this is your work and financial details. So including yourself, how many persons do you support financially? So including yourself, so that is automatically 1. Then how much person after that do you support financially? For example, I'm going to use myself and my child, so that's 2. So 1 for me and my child is second. You put the amount, and as I said before, you want to be as truthful as possible. So yes, I select 2 right there. And then, what is your main occupation? And I'm going to select just a random one. So if it's a case where it's not showing for you here, you can select others. And then you randomly put in your correct occupation if it's not showing on the list right here. So just for example, I'm going to select teacher. And you select your employment status. So for self-employed persons, right? What is your gross income? So this is the money you have earned before tax in Jamaican dollars. Right? So if you select if you are a self-employed teacher and you select, or you click others and you put in something, say you are something that, so you're someone that owns a business, and you select the name of that application. You put the amount you make, right? And right here, if it's a case where you earn $100,000, you select if you earn that $100,000 weekly, fortnightly, monthly, or annually. So weekly is 1 week, fortnightly, monthly is for the month, and annually is yearly. All right, and you select all of that. And you ask, do you pay NHT contributions on this income? You select either yes or no. Or have you worked anywhere else in the past? You select yes or no. But for this example, I'm going to select employed. And you're going to select, or you're going to input where the name of place you are currently working. So let me input that information. So let me say I'm a teacher and I'm teaching at Jamaica High School, and the branch is at Kingston. The address is 26 Roadway, and the parish is Kingston. The telephone number for the place of work. So you also include your workplace number as well, and they will call your workplace. I remember they calling my HR department, and they're saying that, hey, I got a call from the NHT saying that such and such, and they want to know this, I want to know that. And I was like, what? And they haven't called me as yet. So in my case, they actually called my HR department before they actually called me. Right, and I got the call afterwards. So yeah, that's why I want you guys to be as truthful as possible. You need to make sure that the number that you're inputting for your workplace is accurate. Alright, so the next one is, how long have you been employed to this company? I'm just gonna put in a random date. The month, so it's day first, so it's the first, and the month is the first month as well. I've been working here from 2015. Right? And what is your gross income before tax? So your gross income is basically mean the money you earn before tax in Jamaican dollars. And I'm going to put $250,000. This is just for example. And I will select that I make $250,000 monthly. If you make it weekly, you select week. You make it fortnightly, you select fortnightly. Annually, you select annually. And then, have you worked anywhere else? If yes, you will have to put in those information again. You're going to put in the date from to. And as you can see, there's some disclaimer here. So do not include employment before 1976. Alright. So I'm going to select no. This is the only place I've worked in my life. Then you're going to select the next button. And this next button is basically the qualification summary. Alright. So you're going to show your name, your contributions, your points. So based off the information that you provided in the application detail. That's why you want to be as accurate and truthful as possible, because it can automatically give you your points amount, right? And it will tell you your interest rate based off your salary. And for those who don't know, NHT interest rates are between 0 to 5%. All right, so this is the affordability for unit, affordability with savings, affordability with lot, affordability with savings for lot, loan limit for units, and the loan limits for lots is this. So this is all based off the information I've given on the previous application or the previous form. This is what they calculate for me, right? So for persons who are making way more, like $250,000, well, $250,000, that's way above normal, right? That's way above the minimum wage. So I will get more and my rate will be higher. So I'll get a higher interest rate because I'm making more as well. All right, so your fees will be different based on your earnings. All right, over the right hand side, so the following options are available based on the information you provided. All right, so you select your first choice. I remember doing GSAT, you select your first choice school and your second choice school just in case you don't get through to go to the first one. So it's basically like that. So your first choice is the duplex studio units, right? And see, the value is there, 8.9 million to 9.2 million Jamaican dollars. And the reason why the prices are like this is because it sell with the land size, right? All right, so I'm gonna select my first choice to be that, and for some reason it's showing the same thing, but no problem, I will select that as well for first choice and second choice. And the other question is if the solution or the next thing on the list is if the solution you have so it's basically what we have done here. The solution you have choose are not available. Would you like to be assigned to another solution that is available in this scheme? You select yes. Why not? Then you will select next here. So I'm not seeing any comments coming in, so I'm guessing everybody is understanding what's going on. Everything is straightforward. Just want to make sure. Then I will press the next button and then it will show me my first choice, which is Catherine's Estates duplex studio unit, the lot size, the price for the unit, and my second choice, which is this, basically the same thing. So there will be other schemes in the future that, for example, that same scheme has a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom unit. You will actually see 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom unit, and you select which one you want to be your first choice, which one to be your second choice. Catherine's Estates, there are some 1-bedroom units there, but they are not available as yet. So it's only the duplex studio units, and they are 48. I know thinking about that number is like it's ridiculous because it's 48 units available and thousands of persons will apply for these units. Thousands. And if I'm going to give you any advice based off how I get through to my house, is that, and it maybe sound maybe sound away in Jamaican to some persons, but joining with someone else gives you a higher chance. Because, and I know NHT won't say this, so this is because this is what I'm saying based off what I have researched and what I've reviewed on other persons that got through to their houses at NHT. It's like taking a loan. If it's you alone and you're taking a loan, I know taking a loan, you don't want to think about anything negative about how you're gonna pay for this. If it's something goes wrong and suppose they don't have any money to pay your next mortgage or whatsoever, we don't want to think about the negative, right? But it's life, and life can happen. And joining with two persons, it gives the NHT that extra cushion that if the first person can't pay for it or something goes wrong, knock on wood, the other person can fill that void and pay for it. As opposed to one person own it, and if something goes wrong with one person or that person, that's it, done, right? You have the other person that you can back up on to continue paying that loan. All right, and you can scroll down, and it's basically, so this is the what we enter previously, and you want to make sure you double check to make sure that everything is in line. All right, how much you have entered for what they said for your savings, the TRN is correct, name, everything is correct. Excuse me. And then it basically gives you, or it tells you that to make sure that the application is true, right? After reading that, you select I/we agree, and you click submit. No, I will not click submit because the information that I uploaded is not true, right? So I will not hit the submit button. But that is it. All right, so for the persons who are just coming in or who have missed anything, I will just go over it quickly again. So you will select, let me see if I have it now. So you will input your TR and your NIS, so the address, all of those things. And it's nice to have an email address. For those who don't have an email address, please go ahead and create an email address. Make someone create it for you with the username and password and write it down in something. Because it's best to receive communications in your email address as well. Alright? And then your next of kin, make sure that the number is there. Input their address, contact persons, and you want to make sure to double check all of this, because if they can't get through to you, they will try and get through to your contact person, because you don't want to be selected to get one of these units, and when they call your phone they in the living room while in the bathroom and you miss that call, right? They may be trying to reach out to you at another time, and for some reason you miss that call again. They will move on to the other person. So you want to make sure you have some contact person there. All right. What I mentioned before again with right here is what's going to catch some persons. So as I said, the question says, have you ever received a home loan from the National Housing Trust? If you select yes, you will not be able to complete this application online, right? You have to be a first-time homeowner, right? Are you the registered owner of any house? And if you select yes, right? And then if the next question will be, is your name on the title of the property? If you select yes, you will get this. This benefit is open to non-homeowners only. And I totally agree with that application, or these questions. They should be open to persons who are new to housing, want to get a house for the first time to live in, right? Right here, if you have been or you've been signed up with someone, joint applicant, you can't sign up for this. So for example, you sign up with your mom or with your wife or your husband, and then no, your mom want a house, no, you want to sign up with her. You can't. All right. So you have to be a new person as it relates to owning a house, right? And you select rent if you're paying rent or lease, right? And the amount you pay a month, how many bedrooms do you and your household now occupy, and you put the amount there. Including yourself, how many persons do you support financially. So including yourself will start with 1, so that's automatically 1, and then you put the other person, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, you put the amount, right? But for example, I just put 2 there, so me and someone else, just for example, or just for reference. And for your occupation, I just select teacher. You can select others and input your occupation if it's a case where you're not seeing your occupation there, right? And you select if you're employed or self-employed. I think I'm going to go over the self-employed persons again. So if you're self-employed, so for persons who are self-employed but have not been paying their taxes, you can go to your nearest tax office, or you can do it on the tax administration website. If you need help, you can go into the tax office. You can actually pay those taxes online, right? So it'd be your NHT, your NIS, your income tax, all of that will pay based on the amount of money you earn, right? You can sign up for yourself on the tax administration website. That's a Jamaica tax office website, or you can go into your closest tax office and make them help you to sign up, right? And what is your gross income? So your gross income is basically the money you make after tax, right, in Jamaican dollars, and you put the amount you make in gross, and then you put how often do you receive that gross amount. So if it's 100,000, you write if you receive that $100,000 weekly, fortnightly, monthly, or annually. And then do you pay NHT contribution on this income? You select yes, and then you put in the amount, or you select no. If you select no, this application is open to NHT contribution. So you make this amount of money, but you have not been paying any contribution from that money. You won't be able to sign up for this. So you have to select yes. As I said before, you select the truth. You state the truth. That's all you need to do, right? So the contribution contributed from date and the contributed to date, put all of that. And if you have worked in the past, you put in where you work in the past, and then you know you're self-employed. That's only for the self-employed persons. Persons that are employed, you select or you input your work, where you're currently working, the branch, the address, the district. I didn't put in any district, so I leave that section blank. And you select your parish. You input their phone number. How long have you been employed to this company? From to present. So the present is already there. So you put the date that you have started. And if it's a case where you don't remember where you start, when do you start work, you can find it from either your HR or you check your contract, right? And this is for the persons who are employed. What is your gross income before tax? Find all of those on your pay slips. And do you get paid weekly, fortnightly, monthly, or annually? All right. See, I select the annual there, and it say that the amount it's below the minimum wage, but I don't think anyone working is getting $250,000 annually, because the minimum wage is that amount. So have you worked anywhere in the past? You select yes or no. If yes, you have to input the company name, the start date, and the end date. But for reference, select no. And then, as I said before, this is a qualification summary. You will see, and as I said before, you can tell how much points you have based off the information that you gave previously in the other form. It can tell, right? It tell you your interest rate, the unit, the lot, the affordability for unit. This is what you can get. Affordability with savings. This is what you can get. And this is the affordability for lot that they can get. Affordability with savings, loan limit, and loan limit for lot. And you select your first choice, second choice, and you select yes, just in case you don't get the first one, you get the second one. Even though I'm seeing where it's the same thing, maybe someone can comment if it's not the same thing, but I'm seeing the same thing here. And you select the next button, and you just scroll and go over to make sure that everything is true and everything is in line. Your name, the gender, your TRN number, your address. Make sure everything corresponds with what you uploaded in the first application. And then you will select that you agree that this information is correct, and you select the submit button. I will not select the submit because once I select the submit button, NHT will get this application, and I don't want that because I'm just doing an example here. So the floor is open to anyone who wants to ask any question in the chat. You can go ahead and ask the question. I will try to see how best I can answer it. In the meantime, this application will close tomorrow at 8 p.m. And for persons who are wondering, yes, NHT, there's a lot more to come in the NHT. There is this housing development in Old Harbor. There are some 1-bedroom and some 2-bedroom units there. It's close to, I think it's Colbeck, something like that. There will be a lot of units there, a lot of affordable units. There's a video on my channel showing those units. You can go ahead and check that out as well. And there are some units that will be available on, I think, on close to Maxfield Avenue. There will be some units coming in Albion in St. Thomas, I think. There will be some more coming in St. Elizabeth. There will be some units coming in Manchester. And these are information that are available on the NHT website. For those persons who want to know, all you need to do is just click on go on the NHT website, and you will see. So Helsha 5, right? Helsha 5 is currently, it's coming soon. Rosalie is coming soon as well, or Roselle. All right, so, and you can click on those and it will show you the information, right? So this Helsha 5 in St. Catherine will consist of 150 solution, right? 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom units, right? Location, you can't apply as yet, you can't download the brochure as yet, you can't say anything yet until the application is ready. So if you want to look through what's going on, what's the closest, or what's coming up in my area, you can get all of those. And for persons who wants a loan from the NHT but they don't want to purchase the NHT house, they just want a loan from the NHT to get some money to help with a purchase of a unit outside of the NHT, you will need the eligibility letter, and you can get that letter online. You don't have to go in the branch to get that letter. So there's a lot of great things happening at the NHT, and as the Prime Minister mentioned, affordable units will be coming, right? I think he's saying that under 14 million, maximum 14 million, correct me if I'm wrong. And I am scrolling down and I am seeing some schemes that are coming soon. So here is Sevens in Clarendon, 800 units, right? 800 units consisting of 1-bedroom and 2-bathroom units. That's coming soon. Village of Colby Castle. Oh, so this is the village of Colby Castle, and this is saying May 2027. This is the house I was telling you about. They have some 1 bedroom and some 2 bedroom units. Very affordable. Very, very affordable. I think it's gonna be under $14 million. Depends on the size. Alright, so you want to check out what's coming, you can go on the NHT website and see what's going on. And you'll see the year of completion there. So let me know if you guys need any more help. Definitely go live again with any question, and you can go ahead and drop it in the chat. Right, I'm seeing where Sasha is responding. So this is the end of the live stream, and I thank you again for showing up. I had some technical difficulties, but we got through it. Right, so I will see you in the next housing video. Again, thanks for stopping by.